When you think of the Montreal Expos, you think of Vladimir Guerrero. And because of Vladimir Guerrero, you think of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The guy who was born in Montreal is coming back home. We had to make this trade. I figured as well, if this is going to be the last season with the Montreal Expos, we are going to get this guy. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is just meant to be on the Expos. Let's take a look at his stats. I mean, not overpowering whatsoever. If you guys played franchise in last year's game, his stats were like way overpowered. He's a 99 overall by like the age 23, 22. Look, he's been underperforming. Look at that. He hasn't had a 20-plus home run season in the last 3 years. This year he's off to a nice start, 14, but he's only batting .224. And we're going to make a big trade. We're going to get Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for Brandon McKay, who's still one of our top guys. Tons of potential, but his ERA has consistently been in the 4s. This year he's off to a terrible start in the 7s. We sent him down before eventually trading him, making this trade, of course. And then for Brandon Lowe, who's been great for us. He's been there when we needed him. Had a 40 home run season back in that year we won the World Series. But that was really it. Other than that, he's just been, solid player that we don't mind at all, but his contract's running up at the end of next season anyway, so it's time to dump some salary, and let's get Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Let's get these fans excited and maybe make that one final World Series push as well. Vlad Jr.'s debut is going to be against the Oakland A's, the lefty Luzardo on the mound. In the first, Austin Meadows goes down swinging. Nice curveball there by Luzardo. But next batter, Ian Happ, he's going to hit that hanging changeup right back up the middle. And that ball is off the batter's eye in the Coliseum. Way out of here. 425 dead straight away, dead center. 12th of the season for Ian Happ. It's a nice home run. We got Nick Lodolo on the mound. In his first 3 major league starts, he's got an ERA in the 5s. But, it's early. But hasn't been pitching bad. He's going to get Mookie Betts to hit a comebacker to the mound to end the first. And we're going to jump ahead to Vlad Jr.'s first at-bat here in the top of the second. Nobody on. And he's going to pop this one up into left field. So, not that impressive so far, but it can only get better from here. That's the good news. Jock Peterson in the second. He's going to slice one down the left field line with 1 out. Run on first is going to go to third, and it is going to be a 1-out double. So that's second and third, 1 out for Oakland. Marcus Semien, the next batter, flies out into shallow center. That's Greg Jones out there in center. It's going to throw home, is not going to be in time. Throws just a little offline, and the A's tie this game up at 1. And then Logan Davison's going to bloop one in the second, but that's Wander Franco converted from third base to second baseman with the acquisition of Vlad Jr. Austin Meadows with a base hit in the right in the third. Makes it first and third with 1 out for Ian Happ, who already has a home run this game. And Meadows is going on the 3-2 count. Happ strikes out, and Meadows is thrown out at second. So first and third with 1 out, we don't score. In the 5th, this is where things get fun here in the 5th. Offense just clicked all of a sudden. This is the rookie Eric Ruiz stinging one into the gap. That's Greg Jones is going to score all the way from first with that great speed. Ties the game at 2. This is Josh Fegley, next batter. He rips one into the right center field gap. Back-to-back doubles. And that's an RBI double for Fegley. We take a 3-2 lead. Still nobody out in the inning. Still in the 5th. A couple batters later, it's Austin Meadows, 2 on. Nobody out still. That's a walk outside. Bases loaded for Ian Happ. He is going to rip one down the right field line, and it is fouled just by a hair. That couldn't have been more close to a grand slam. Next pitch, though, he's going to slice down the third base line. Keeps it fair. 2 runs are going to score. It's a 2-run double. Should have had a grand slam, though. But that's all right. We'll take a double. Keeps the rally going. Bases loaded for Vlad Jr. He's going to bloop one and fight one in on his hands in the left field. That's an RBI base hit. That's his first hit as an Expo and his first RBI as well. Still nobody out in the 5th inning. We're jumping ahead, though. Bases loaded, 2 outs now. Eric Ruiz again, batting around this inning. He rips one into the gap. Had an RBI double his first at bat. Now has an RBI. Now has a 3 RBI double. So he's got 4 RBIs this inning. Clears the bases with that double. And then Josh Fegley would keep the inning alive, base hit up the middle. Why not send the runner? You already scored 8 this inning. We're going to score another. That's a 9-run inning in the 5th, and then we still got the bases low. This is still the 5th inning. Ian Happ again with the bases low. That's a base hit up the middle. That's 2 more RBIs for him. He also has a 4 RBI inning, and it's 12-2. The 5th finally ended with that being a 11-run inning. My goodness, what an inning that was. And then we're just going to jump ahead. Nothing else pretty much happens. 13-2 would be your final. Colin Poche would just go in and close the door. Beautiful win against Oakland. The Bats woke up that inning. If it wasn't for that inning, I don't know what would have happened. That was really the only inning we scored in. Next game, this is the home opener for Vlad Jr. We're going up against the St. Louis Cardinals with Jordan Balazovic on the mound. Having a pretty good season so far. 3.25 and 12 starts. Paul Goldschmidt in the first, though. He's going to get this high fastball, and he's going to rope it down into left field, into the second row. A nice shot by Paul Goldschmidt, his 10th of the season. Caught up to that high fastball, was not fooled at all. Michael Baird on for the Cardinals. Mediocre through 11 starts so far. That's Ian Happ's going to slice one again down the left field line. That's into the corner. Meadows is going to round second and head for third, and he is not stopping. He's going home, and the Expos tied this game up at 1 in the first inning. Let's jump ahead to the 5th. It's 3-1 Cardinals at this point. Colton Wong rips one in the left. That's sliced in there. Winker's not going to get there. Another run is going to score. It's 4-1 St. Louis at this point, and it wasn't looking good for us in the 5th. Tyler O'Neill is going to add on. We could have gone home now thinking about it, but it was just a slight chopper. Just get the out. It's 5-1. 5-2 now at this point, down by 3. Jesse Winker's going to hit a base hit up the middle to keep this inning alive with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up none other than Vlad Jr. with a 3-2 count and 2 outs in the inning. It's an absolute missile down the left field line, and that just stays fair. His first home run as an Expo. I don't think it's actually I think he hit one in one of the simulations. But anyway, his first home run in this series for us. Rips a 3-run game-tying home run down the line in the 5th with 2 outs. What a shot from Vlad Jr. And he has made his presence known in his home opener back in his home city of Montreal. Diego Castillo, though, he's going to ruin the moment in the next inning later because he gives up a gapper, and it's 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Tommy Edman would come up, bases loaded, 1 out. Now that's a base hit past the diving Willie Adames into left. Winker comes up throwing for home, but nowhere near in time to catch Harrison Bader at home. 7-6 in the 8th. It's Vlad. Fuck out of here. That's way out in the left. Even more squared up than the last one. No doubt about that one. Way halfway up the bleachers out there in left field. That was smoked. 448 into left. Vlad Jr. is feeling good now that he's back home in Montreal. His 2nd of the game. His 2nd game tying home run of the game. So we're jumping into extras, tied at 7. It's the 10th. It's Ian Happ. 1 hop off the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double. We're set up perfectly to walk it off here in the 10th. Next batter, Jesse Winker. 1-2 count. He rips a cutter right down the middle. That ball is off the bottom of the wall and bounces into play. But Ian Happ, who was running on contact because he saw that ball was going to get over the head, scores easily, and we win this one against the Cardinals. We walk it off. Vlad Jr., definitely the player of the game. 2 game-tying home runs in this one. No doubters, both of them. So good to see Vlad. Look at him. Good to see him in an Expos uniform. It's just good to see all around. Beautiful sight as Will Myers and Fegley are messing with him there. But a good win. And now we're going to jump ahead a little bit. The Nationals, look at their record, 46-27. They're killing it. They did sign a lot of people in free agency. Chad Green is going to start this game as an opener. He really hasn't been as great as we hoped. He was our big signing last off season. The years he's had were so good. He's struggling with us, though. Even as an opener, Juan Soto hits a 3-run jack. This is 22nd of the season, and we're down early here in the first inning. This is not good. Going up against Max Scherzer. Actually, has a high ERA. His overall's going way down with the age. But he pitched pretty good against us, though. Still down 3-0. It's Jose Alvarado in for the second. Our relievers are getting just killed this game. 2 runs are going to score. It's 5-0 Nationals early on. It's just a boring game for us. We couldn't hit. We couldn't pitch. We're jumping way ahead to the 8th. It's 8-0. Wander Franco's going to bloop a base hit. Let's get a little bit of a rally started, but it's only going to get killed by Jake Shiner getting thrown out at third base. Austin Meadows, the next batter, strikes out swinging way out of the zone on that fastball. It was just an ugly game. Greg Jones in the 9th is going to rip a shot into the gap to score a couple runs and make this one 8-2. But it was too little, too late. 2 RBI triple for Greg Jones. Just barely beat the throw, Eric Ruiz. But that would be it. Brian Ramirez, last batter, would ground to third, and that would end this game. So we lose this one. We really need to pick up the wins, too, because we're kind of falling behind the Yankees. You're going to see at the end of this video, we'll show the standings of not only the American League, but the National League as well. And it gets ugly. We're versing a familiar face in Ryan Yarbrough, the guy we traded for Brandon, one of the 3 guys we traded for Brandon Woodruff. So it's Yarbrough against Yanni Chirinos. Aaron Judge on the Milwaukee Brewers goes down swinging. And I thought Yarbrough had that fluke season the year we traded him. That's the main reason he was included in part of the deal. I just thought he was a fluke. But he's actually off to a good season this year as well. Good for him. I don't hate Yarbrough or anything. I don't know. With his stats in this game, I thought he was just going to have that one good year, and that was it. But it's good to see him doing good. We're up 1-0 late in the 8th inning, and it's Matt Bowman who's going to give up a game-tying home run with nobody out. So this game would have to jump into extras in the 10th. First and second, nobody on, and Nate Lowe had a pinch hit for the pitcher, grounds into a double play. He's just struggling, Nate Lowe, man. I really thought he was going to do something during this whole franchise series, but he turned out to be kind of a bust. But he did win the World Series MVP, so I mean, you still can never hate the guy. He won us World Series MVP. We ever hate him? That's a walk from Ian Happ's going to walk the bases loaded with no out, and that's Vlad Guerrero Jr. is going to walk in the go-ahead run. Good eye, 3-2 count. Willie Adames, the next batter, still nobody out. He's going to fly one in a right. This should be deep enough for a sac fly. It's going to be close. Yelich doesn't have the best arm, and he hits the cutoff man. Slowed that way down. Austin Meadows scores, makes it 3-1. 3 would be all we would get because Greg Jones would ground into a 3-6-1 double play. But in the 13th, Glasnow closed the door. 1-2-3, easy inning, and we win this one as well. So we won both games that went to extras, blew out the A's and lost to the Nationals, as we are 4 games back in the AL East. Not great. Usually when we're back in the AL East, we're up in the wild card, but that is not the case, as we'll see in just a sec. Twins, White Sox going at it in the AL Central, only 3 games apiece. Angels, Astros tied for first, and the A's only 3.5 behind. The AL West is insane. And then look at the wild card. It's the White Sox, and then whoever would lose between Angels, Astros. Then the A's are ahead of us, and then there's us, 4.5 out of the wild card. It's not good. We really need to pick up the pace these next couple months. Heading into July, next episode with the All-Star break. Nationals in first in the NL East. Brewers are in first in the Central, but Reds right behind them, only half a game. And then in the West, we're going to go to in a sec. Cubs 5 games out. In the West, the Dodgers are way up, 8.5 against the Padres. Padres aren't having a bad year, though. The Dodgers are way better. Mets and Marlins lead the wild card right now with the Reds and Padres and Phillies to follow. So, National League's pretty much wide open besides the NL West. Same thing with us. We're kind of falling behind, but we're only 4 games out. Anything can happen. We really need to make up some ground, though, because there's no way the series is ending with us not making the postseason. So we need to fix that and pick up a good run of form, and I think we will. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed this episode, leave a like. Don't forget to comment what you think about the Vlad Jr. trade down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back with the next one, the month of July, where the dog days of summer are coming. And that's when we really get hot. So I'll see you guys there.